So I wanted to make this quick little video about the Camaro and how there was a blog post on muscle cars and truck something blog that I'd never heard of, saying that for 2023 the 7th generation Camaro was going to be canceled. And well, first I questioned the some sort of nameless blog, probably fake news, and someone looked into it or reached out to GM and they said, oh no, it's not canceled, it's just been delayed. So then I was wondering, why would they delay it? And are there really some problems with this car, and what would they delay it for, and if there's problems, what might it be? And I know everybody thinks, oh, it's the design of it. It looks like a transformer. It's like sitting in a bathtub. You can't see over the dash. The door is over your shoulder when you're sitting in it. It's like eye level. But so I dug into some numbers here that I'll show you, and it's not really the design that has anything to do with it. I know that that's the easy target, but from what I kind of was able to dig up here, it doesn't really seem to be the case. So the first thing I want to look at here is the sales. This is the sales of the Camaro since it came back in 2009. As you can see, it debuted with 61,648 units. It went to 81 in 2010. I don't believe 2009 was a full year, because it kind of came out in 2009. So 2010 would be a better indicator. Probably not enough cars to go around for many buyers, whatever these initial years. 2011, 88, 2012, 91,000, which is a lot. And also to do with that, back then we were just coming out of a massive recession. Interest rates were very low. The car hadn't been around. It exited, I believe, in 2002. It had been gone for many years, and so there's a lot of pent-up demand for it, and that shows. And then it holds steady at 80 in 13, 86 in 14, and 77 in 15. In 2016, this is when the 6th gen comes out, we dropped to 72. 2017, we dropped to 67. In 2018, we dropped to 50. And this is the number everybody's concerned with. Now, first of all, obviously, yeah, back to the design. That's what everybody kind of picks at. But if you look, let's look at some prices. So 2015, here we are. I'm going to use the 2SS for all of these. 2015, last year of the Gen 5, 2-door, 2SS, 37,305. That's a good deal, especially looking at what we're going to see in a minute here. 37,305 2SS. That's your top level 2SS. That would have, I know with the cars now, you've got, that's your leather seats, your Bose sound system, you got ambient lighting in the interior, heads-up display, I believe. That's your loaded SS model, so let's just go with that. 37,305, screaming deal. We get to 2016, we jump to $41,300 for that car. A $4,000 jump. That is insanity. So right away, we can't blame the design anymore on that one. That's ridiculous. Like, does anybody in the comments, have you owned a 15 and jumped to a 16? Was it that much of a better car to warrant that much of a price increase? I mean, that's a gouge from hell. Then we jumped to the 17. Now we're 41,905 for the 2SS. And just to jump back for a second, the 16, what was it? Even the 1SS was from 15 to 16 was $2,800. That's a lot. That's a lot. And not every car jumps up in price every year. I mean, there's usually that inflation increase that they'll put in there, but a lot of times a new model will come out and it's cheaper than the one that it replaces. So this isn't something that always has to happen. That $4,000 is definitely a gouge, in my opinion. We go to 18, 42,000. We're now at 46.95 over that 15 2SS. And you know, even just with inflation costs, it's just. And then 19, 43,000. We're at 56.90 since the 2015 2SS. That's a lot. Now think of the guy who maybe say he leased a 15. We'll go back to 18 for a second. Say he leased a 15. He comes in to trade it in and buy a new one, and he's hit with a price increase like that. You know, and the other thing with this is it puts this car into a whole other price bracket. You can get a 2SS optioned out to 60 grand. 60 grand. So say you're sitting with a salesman. Oh yeah, that'll be $60,295. The guy's gonna go, wait a minute, what's an Audi RS5 cost? What's a C63S going for these days? You know, what's a Hellcat worth? Isn't it less than that? Like it's wild. Actually, I don't think a Hellcat's less than that, but it's not far off. So you can kind of see where they're taking their base and the options they're giving them once they put them into this higher price bracket. They're now competing with the German stuff. So they're a lot more expensive. A lot more expensive than the 15 cars. So that's definitely a factor. Now, why would they delay the cars? So the first thing I thought was, okay, they're probably had it designed for 2023, the 7th generation car. And this is also a very important thing because the Camaro uses a ton of parts that the Cadillac ATS and the Cadillac CTS used. A ton. And when you need that volume of manufacturing to be able to sell these cars at these prices, maybe not these 6th gen prices, but if you say it costs $100 to build a Cadillac ATS, you can sell the car for $500. Well, once you start sharing the chassis with the Camaro, that price is now $50. You see what I'm saying? And so there's economies of scale here at work. That's why I don't think that this car is going anywhere for 2023. I think it's gonna, 50,000 is still a very strong number. Maybe stop gouging the shit out of customers, and sales will come back. The 2020 car, the LT1 for $34,900 with the LT1 motor, V8. You can get the 6-speed Tremec TR60. You can get the 10-speed auto. That's a badass car. You're gonna see with that and the sales of that thing, the design never mattered. So let's take a peek now at the top 10 best-selling coupes in America for 2018. And I think you'll see the significance of the Camaro and why it's not going anywhere. So number 10, we've got the Mercedes-Benz E-Class Coupe, the E-Coupe. It sold 9,929 units for 2018. Number 9, the Honda Civic Coupe, 13,133 units for 2018. Remember when you used to see those things everywhere back in the day? They're like nowhere now. Number 8, we've got the Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe, 13,424 units. And for number 7, we've got the Volkswagen Beetle, 14,411 units. This car's now dead, I believe. I think they killed it at the end of 2018. Number 6, the Audi A5, 17,195 units. And number 5, the Vet, 18,791 units. Sorry, you notice these are all in the teens, very low. Number 4, we get up there, 20,920 units for the BMW 4 Series. Number 3, Camaro, 50,963 units. Number doesn't look too damn small anymore, does it? Number 2, Dodge Challenger, 66,716 units. And numero uno, Mustang, 75,842 units. Which really puts a spotlight back on 2012 when the Camaro sold 91,314 units. So I mean, with sales like this, yeah, neither any of these top 3, the Mustang, the Challenger, or the Camaro, no matter what you hear, they're not going anywhere for a long time. I think if you go back over Camaro sales historically, where did I have these here? Let's say, for instance, 1969, it sold 243,000 units. And in 1979, I believe this is its best year ever, it sold 282,000 units. And then, let me see, dipping, the lowest I can see here, 29,000 units in 2001. So, and back in the 60s and the 70s, I don't think you could recreate that these days, because you've got so much other brands in the marketplace. Like that top 10 list we just went over, those cars didn't exist back then. So there's more options for people. People who, you know, I want a two-door, I'll just go buy a Camaro. Well, now they have an option. So that's the way it is now. But even with all these options, for 2018, the Camaro doing 50,000, that's still very stout. Pricing is a problem for it. And maybe that delay in 2023, my final consensus with it, if they're going to keep up with these price increases, the car needs to be worth that money. Like, you need like an Audi level interior in it. And you know, maybe this has got a lot to do with why it handles so good now. We can compete with the best, they're saying, but it's still that Camaro SS that people are expecting to go in and buy for 35 grand, and it's not anymore. And that's a shock, and it's kind of hitting them. But even at 50,000, if similar price increases were like that across all models, they made a ton more money on that than they would have, you know, with smaller margins in it as before. So just thought I'd go over that and show why, you know, kind of break down the Camaro craziness. And that's all. Take care.